morning. I thought I would do a little outfit of the day. Sorry, my mirror's got the little fog on it. I thought I would try to be cute today. This is actually a dress, and then I put this sweater over it. This sweater's from CJLA, Carly Jean Los Angeles. Hi, Herc, you are a ham, aren't ya? Oh my gosh. And so when I first got this sweater, oh, there we go. When I first got this sweater, I didn't know how I felt about it because it's more cropped than I thought it was gonna be. I'm 5'8", and so when I see things on models that, you know, are 5'2", I think, oh my gosh, it's so long and slouchy, but it's not on my body. So, yeah, but over a dress, I really like it. I think it just like makes my dress kind of cute. And then I've seen people like do certain ways of tying. I'm not there yet, but, and then I just have this cute little necklace. This is a little geode, very science teacher of me, and my slippers because I'm still a virtual teacher. Huh, Herky, oh goodness. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's talk a little bit about goal setting. So before I like dive in and I show you what I'm gonna do with my students today, I wanted to break down my thoughts about goal setting. In my first 2-3 years of teaching, I did not do much goal setting at all with my students, and I think that really did them a disservice. It wasn't until I started doing my trainings with AVID that I saw how crucial it is to set goals in the classroom and have students understand the process of that and what that looks like. And so I want to show you a couple of the things that I use as tools for goal setting, what we used for the beginning of this new semester, and how I continue to foster those goals as the year continues. So at the beginning of the year, we, as in my science team, we always set goals for science. So we actually do this like science bracket, and we say, what goals do you have for classwork? What goals do you have for projects? What goals do you have for homework and assessments? And the students then reflect on what they want to achieve in 8th grade science and how they're going to do that. So if they want to turn in all their work, what are strategies for them to implement in order for them to get that done? So that's how we usually start off the year, a very broad and general goal setting. And then throughout the year, we do a couple of different things. The first piece is a learning log, and learning logs can be used in numerous ways. You could do a learning log every day, like as an exit ticket, a reflection piece. You can do it once a week for them to go through, like Monday through Friday, what they learned every day. You can do them for an entire unit, like what did they learn throughout the unit. But it's the anchoring questions that really are what help guide the thinking and the goal setting. And so the anchoring questions are, what did I learn? Like, tell me the topic, tell me the evidence. What did you learn? How did I learn it? I know that now that we're virtual, did you learn it through a Flipgrid, through a slide deck, through a YouTube video? What confused you? So what questions do you have? How does what we learned relate to you? And how does it relate to the world? And so that reflection piece, once a day, once a week, once a semester, once a unit, that reflection piece helps feed into their goals because they're trying to see for themselves, this is what I know, but this is what I don't know. And that's the first step in your goal setting. When you have goals that are academically related, that's the first step, is reflecting on your learning and seeing where you are so on it and you're a rock star and you understand the information, and where you need more help. So learning logs have been really crucial in my teaching, and there's so many different kinds of learning logs. I have my own style that I like, but you might have some different styles that you like. Maybe I'll try to drop some learning logs just for free, like down in my resources on my blog. So look for a link down in the notes, and I will try to do that for you all, just to help get you started on your learning log journey, if that's what you would like to do. Then the second thing that we do is we do a GPA tracker. So GPAs, we're on a semester system. So we have 2 semesters with completely different grades. For our semester system, we have 3 6-week grading periods. So we have 18 weeks in a semester. Those are broken up into 3 6-week-long grading periods. So every 6 weeks they have progress reports that come out so that the students know how they're doing before their semester, their permanent semester grade comes on the 18th week. And so about every 2 to 4 weeks, I give GPA trackers, and it lists all of their classes, the grade that they got, and then they have to input the GPA numerical equivalent to their grade, and they calculate their GPA. But it's not good enough to calculate your GPA and just leave it there. Then we do a lot of reflecting, and so at the bottom is where we do a lot of major reflecting on what went well, and the last, since you did your last GPA check, what's been going well, and what do you need to work on. And so what are the goals, and then what are the goals that you have for until the next GPA check, to either continue to do well or to improve your grades. That has really also been a game changer, because it forces the students to go back into their grades, to go back into look at their missing assignments, and to really see and reflect on what's been going well and what hasn't. After that, like after a whole semester of doing that, when we come in and we start the new semester, I really like to set the tone and the vision for the new semester. So for my science classes, we decided to do Maniacs in the middle. She has this little like safety goggle vision board. And I think that that's a really great way to set really broad and general goals, especially for my 8th graders, because 8th grade is just so pivotal. You're ending your middle school years, you're starting your high school years all in the same year, and it's such a fun time. So I'll show you that. We did Maniacs in the middle. We did their vision board. They set the tone for goals that they have academically, goals that they have socially. You know, they could put things hobbies that they want to get better at, or, you know, sports that they want to get better at, but then really focus back on the academics of it as well. Like, what goals do you have to end your middle school years and to start your high school years? Do you want to join a club? Do you want to get a little more involved with like community service projects? And so just having them think really broadly about their year is really fun. And then for my AVID students, we did a word of the year project where they kind of tried to set the tone for their year, and by picking one word that can guide them to whatever goals that they have. So I explained to them my word of the year is push. And I picked that word because I want 2020, I did not push myself to do much of anything. 2020 was a year where I was treading water, turning all of my lessons digital, learning all of these new platforms, learning how to do, you know, classroom management in a virtual world. And by classroom management, I just mean like how to build relationships and foster like a really safe, happy culture in this virtual world, and it was just super hard. And so I let a lot of things slide in 2020. I let my health slide a little bit in 2020. I mean, there's good things that I did. I walked more than I ever have in my life, but I also didn't work out like nearly as much as I ever have in my life. So, I mean, pros and cons there. But health, my grad school work, I really put on the back burner, which, you know, if I dwell too much on that, I completely regret, but I try to give myself grace that what was going on in the world was a lot. And so now this year that I've lived through the pandemic, I've already been a virtual teacher. Now I'm telling myself, okay, I need to push myself in grad school. I need to continue. I need to work hard. And every time that I try to give myself an out, like, oh, it's a global pandemic and it's really difficult to do grad school, I just need to push. I just need to push myself to keep going. And so I gave that as an example. And then I also did my own vision board with my word of the year on it, kind of melding the two things that I did with science and AVID. This is my 2021 vision board. I am a magazine hoarder, and I basically busted out all of my magazines and just picked really fun pictures that I thought represented what I wanted in 2021. So like there's a picture of someone stretching in the morning light and I thought, oh yeah, I do want to become more of a morning person because I've never been a morning person. And then it's just like words like glory. This year, I really want to give God all of the glory in everything that I do and say and think, and that, you know, I can continually work on that. I want to work on my heart and my soul. I have so many goals when it comes to like my relationship with God. This one says the adventure begins. I have a lot of like plants on here just to represent like the growth that I want to happen. There's this really cool illustration of this lady holding like a bunch of clothes, and it's because I want to do better at like giving. I know it's I don't know if it all makes sense, but in my brain it makes sense. So I want to up my giving and have more of a less is more mentality, and really be it's right here that says spend, save, and give, which is exactly the kind of mentality that I would like to have with my money this year, being really intentional about where my money goes and what I'm spending it on. I feel like I'm pretty good in that area, but I definitely could be better when it comes to my giving. And so I did not go this long in explaining everything on my vision board with my students, but I basically just said, you know, it's really easy to kind of just flounder around for a year and not have a set intention, and making a vision board and thinking of a word that you want to really just settle in your life can really help guide the decisions that you're making. Just want to make sure that goal setting is not a once a semester thing that I do. Goal setting, reflecting, thinking about what I'm learning, what I'm struggling with, all of that comes together in this big goal setting package. So I want you to know, like, I completely understand that we always feel crunched for time when it comes to teaching our curriculum. Maybe especially because we're virtual, and that the time that you take to pause your science units, your ELA units, your social studies units, and do this goal setting will be so beneficial in the end for you and your students. You're teaching them life skills, but not only that, you're helping them think further out than just, okay, what's due tomorrow? What's due the next day? What's due by the end of the week? You're having them think really broadly about their lives, and that I think is really special. So I thought I'd show you what we're doing today, and I'm taking, I don't know if you follow A Primary Kind of Life on Instagram, but every time she does things and points to things, she uses a really cute / creepy doll hand. And this pin was in the Target like party section during Halloween, so I'm gonna use this with you now. So our attendance question, basically our daily slide got a revamp for second semester. I have the attendance question nice and big, and I already plugged in 6 weeks worth of attendance questions. So every day the kids log in and they know that they have to answer this question. Sometimes they spark debate, which is cute, and sometimes it's just a way for me to see who's participating. All week this week, today is Thursday, all week this week we've been working on a 2021 vision board for my science classes. That you can find that in Maniacs in the Middle in her TPT store. Very fun. I can show you what that looks like. I gave them a survey yesterday all about their goals and how they're going to accomplish their goals. And then today they're turning that into a flip grid because it's second semester and I still don't know what some of them look like, my students, because they don't show their face or turn their cameras on. And then on my daily slide, I have today's date, and then normally I teach and then I tell them what time to check back in if they're doing async work. I'm sitting right here as they're doing it, but I want to give them a time to check back in just so I can do like another participation check and make sure no one fell asleep. Also, this is basically my view all day. Whatever I'm working on here, and a cute little kitty looking at all the birds outside. In case anyone's interested, I had science in the morning, and now I have my 6-week wow, my 6-week AVID course. And so this is week 1. We only do 3 assignments. They're 6th graders. They've never had AVID before, or very limited AVID. So we do a game where we play 2 truths and a lie. So I'll show you that. So the one I do about me says, number 1, I've been to Russia. Number 2, I'm addicted to coffee. Number 3, I know a little Japanese, Greek, and Russian. And they always guess. Number 2 is the lie for me. I am not addicted to coffee. It makes me so anxious. I can't drink coffee very often. And then they have to do one for themselves. So it's just the same slide, but it's blank. Okay, so for my regular AVID class, I do assignments by marking period, so by 6 weeks. And so we're in our 4th marking period right now. So everything in the 3rd marking period and below, they can't do any longer because that was for their last semester grade, but I do want them to have them here just in case we ever need to go back. So we did, instead of doing goals, in AVID, we did a word of the year, and let me show you what this looks like. This is by, let me see here. Can we see that? Love, Live, Laugh, Teach. Love, Live, Laugh, Teach. And she has these couple of worksheets all about your word of the year and how you may want to like envision what you want your year to be like, set your goals, what's a theme, let's write about it, what can you do daily, weekly, and monthly to get your goals, and then you put your word of the year and a bunch of like, almost like a vision board with pictures to kind of show what that would look like if your word of the year came about in the way that you're hoping it would. I was trying to take a cover picture for my YouTube thumbnail, and he had to jump on too. Really, sir? Can we get down? Excuse me. Excuse me. This is what virtual teaching looks like a lot too. Oh, I did my first Costco delivery, which I guess is through Instacart. Oh my gosh, how awesome that I can get all this, and for Costco it's free. I could never get a time before, so super exciting that all of my groceries came. I guess I could do a little grocery haul. So graham crackers, because I'm an adult, why not? These are so good. These 3-bit bridges, spinach, bell pepper, egg bites. They also have bacon, but I like these better. So I got 3 of those. This kombucha, I have been on such a kombucha kick lately. And this, you get so much for the price. Their ginger lemonade kombucha is so good. And this is definitely the cheapest option of most of the kombuchas. The lasagna is really good. It's for my family. Cottage cheese. So I hope that was helpful to you and to your students. Like I said, I'll try to put down the learning logs and the GPA trackers and everything that I use down below or on my blog on lindsaylearns.com. And I hope you find them useful.